Hey everyone, it's me, Leo, and today I'll be making a Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2 DLC tier list. So we'll be ranking the dinosaur packs and the expansions from both games. So let's get started. We'll be starting with the first game, and by the way, quick explanation, this is the best slot tier list and I'll be putting that in the description below if you wanna use it. Also, I reordered the photos here to be in chronological order to be more easier to you identify the DLCs. So let's start with the first game, of course, and this is the dinosaur pack. That would be the deluxe pack if we were in the second game, which is the pack that comes with the game, not like included in the game, but already available for the in the deluxe edition. It is included in the deluxe edition, or it can be bought separately, but it already releases with the game. And in the first game, we had the Cretaceous, Arcanithominus, Majungosaurus, Styracosaurus, and Suchominus. And pardon me, because I most likely butcher all those pronunciations, so I'm so sorry. So for me, I do like the species, like the Styracosaurus and especially the Suchominus is very nice, but I like them, but not enough, you know. So it's not a bad pack, but it's not good either. Is mid. So yeah, B tier, B tier. Then we have Secrets of Dr. Wu. On this pack, this is the first expansion actually, and if I remember correctly, introduces to two islands, a few hybrids like the Stegoceratops, Ankylodocus, and the Spinoraptor, and other regular species like the Olorotitan and the Troodon. And the maps are like okay-ish, they're very small, so I don't really like them much. And these pieces are actually very nice. I would say that the Spinoraptor and the Stegoceratops are cool. Actually, I do enjoy very much this pack. The main problem, yeah, the Ankylodocus that we have is he's very terrifying. His face is because nowadays we have a new Ankylodocus, but back then, that was the Ankylodocus. So, wasn't a pretty dinosaur. So, I would say for now, I'll be putting on the A tier. And that's the thing, I will separate the tier list. I will put 4 DLCs in each category because I think that makes more sense, you know. So the other one is the Cretaceous dinosaur pack, that it had the Carnivore, Dreadnoughtus, and Iguanodon. And this is a good one. It's a dinosaur pack. It is a good one because, first of all, it has the Carcharodontosaurus. So every dinosaur pack that had a dinosaur that appeared in Operation Genesis has already an advantage. So yeah, I really like this pack. The Dreadnoughtus, although it's the first version, not the Dominion version, it is a cool dinosaur. And the Iguanodon is cool. I really like the Iguanodon, it's very unique. One of the main things that you consider when ranking the DLCs is the uniqueness. So how unique is that species? If there's a species that just recycle the model and the movements from other species, the DLC might lose some point, you know, and might not be as good as some others in the list. You'll see that later in the tier list. So that's where was I? Oh yes. So Iguanodon is very unique, it's very different. It is the first Hadrosaurus that can fight. So for that reason, I think that the Cretaceous dinosaur pack is a very solid one. So we're putting on the A tier. And of course, one thing that I need to mention is that I'll be ranking the expansions and the dinosaurs pack accordingly, you know. So yeah, I won't be being unfair, and so yeah, I think that the Cretaceous pack is a A tier for now, and that's it. Next on our list is the Carnivore Dinosaur pack. On this pack we had the Acrocanthosaurus, Aherosaurus, and Protoceratosaurus. So as I mentioned below, every pack that has a dinosaur from Operation Genesis has a huge advantage because I love that game. So it's nostalgic to see them again. Even though they're not like the same skin, unfortunately they aren't. But who knows? Maybe on the third game they might introduce us to the Operation Genesis variants. Who knows? Wishful thinking. But let's hope, right? But that's a solid one. I think that we have pretty good dinosaur spec on the first game. And this is no different because I really like the Acrocanthosaurus and the Aherosaurus. The Protoceratosaurus is alright, I guess, but yeah, we'll put on the A tier. But it's not as good as the Cretaceous dinosaur spec. Now to another expansion, Claire Sanctuary. And to be honest, I think that this is a pretty good expansion. I think that it is much better than the first one because though the maps are better, I really like I guess this is the nobler one, North Nobler, I guess is the name, that had the volcano, which is very different from other maps. Like the volcano really adds a lot to the environment. I think this is one of the few maps that I do miss in the second game. I really wish it was in the second game, and I hope that it appears in the third one or any map with a volcano because it's really nice. The campaign, yeah, I forgot to mention the campaign because I'm more of a sandbox guy, so I forgot that there's a campaign on those expansions. So yeah, the Doctor Who campaign is very meh, but the Claire Sanctuary campaign is better. I do prefer that, rescuing the dinosaurs and seeing the island being surrounded by the fog or the smoke. It is very nice and does put some urgency to your mission. If you don't remember, the Claire Sanctuary storyline is basically a alternate timeline where everything in the Fallen Kingdom works, So Claire is able to save the dinosaurs and put them in this island which is named Sanctuary. And you're essentially doing that in this campaign. And it is cool. I think that's better than the Doctor Who because the campaign is much better. And of course, I can forget the species: Albertosaurus, Bulocephalus, and Uranosaurus. They are very nice, especially the Albertosaurus. This is, of course, another dinosaur from Operation Genesis. So yeah. Although he's even better than in the Operation Genesis, because if you don't remember, the Operation Genesis version had an annoying roar scream, which was horrible. Every time you're making a park and like hearing this goddamn curse sound every second was a torture. So they are much better now, and I do enjoy the dinosaurs of this expansion. Another one in our list is the Herbivore dinosaur pack. S tier, I would say for now is the S tier because I like all of them. We had the Dryosaurus, Homalocephaly, and Nigersaurus. As I just said, Operation Genesis, I love that game. And even back then I already liked the Homalocephaly, he's really nice in the game. In the evolution, he is even better and he's even cuter. Somehow these dinosaurs even cuter, even because the graphics are much better, so this helps a lot. And little noises are very nice as well. Dryosaurus as well. And the Nigersaurus, which is a new one, it is was the smallest sauropod in the game, and I think still it is. I guess there's only a Margosaurus that is also the same size now. But it was in the first game, I guess the first game, he was the smallest sauropod, which is very nice to have dinosaurs are different from others. And he's also cute, and his sound design is great because I think that I really like the sound designs and I do think they're very important for the game because they add a lot in the atmosphere of the game. And it's very nice. You like when you're making your park and you're hearing the Brachiosaurus calls, the Raptors, the Tyrannosaurus. It just adds a lot, you know. So I really enjoyed the Nitrosaurus. It has a very nice sound, roar. I don't know how to put it, but a great pack. Great pack. For now, it's on S tier. For now. Then we have the Raptor pack, which is D tier. D tier. They could have just give us for free, you know. Like the two things I don't like about this pack is that first it's just skins, so of course it's not as pricey as the others. Come on, just skins, you could just release it for free. And especially because the dinosaurs from the raptors from the Jurassic World saga are cool. I like blue and I like how the whole squad, but they're not as cool as the OG's one, you know, from Jurassic Park. And the last DLC for this game made so much money that probably wouldn't affect their finances in any way if they release it for free. And speaking on it, here we have the Return to Jurassic Park. And holy moly, that was goated for sure. This was one of the best contests that they did on both games because it's very nice, you know. Because it's very nostalgic. For me, Jurassic Park is the first movie. Is one of the best movies ever. Basically, it is what ignited my love for dinosaurs. So like, I really enjoy it, you know. And the assets that they put in the game are nice. The island, especially Nobler, is nice. The campaign is one of the best campaigns that they did in both games. And also not forget the skins that they put, the original. You have the tigers from the tiger skin from the Lost World. We had the ones from the third movie, and of course the main Velociraptors from the first movie as well. So yeah, that's just fantastic. And not forget that they introduce us to the smallest dinosaurs in the game, which is the Compsognathus, that I really never thought we were even going to see it, and the Pteranodon. And the whole aviary system, although nowadays the aviary system on this game is outdated because of the second one, it is still like looking back at it, it was really important for the game as our first steps, and I really enjoyed very much, especially because the pteranodons from the first movie were very nice somehow. Because if you really think, like, it might be a hot take, but pteranodons are not very intimidating, let's be honest. They're like very aggressive chickens. To make them terrifying, it is very difficult. And the third movie was able to make them very, very scary. Like that scene that they are like, you really don't know what's going on, and then the character just traversing to the aviary, and they can see shit, and then suddenly they see a silhouette, and then they see the pteranodon, the very menacing one. It is very scary, and it is impressive how they were able to make this reptile very terrifying. And I really like the design, and it was really great to have in the game. And it is the best pteranodon in the franchise by far. So it's no secret that this is a very nice addition to the game. And as I said, the assets are really nice. Having the visitor center is really cool. Of course, the only problem is that you cannot really mix the areas, which was a limitation that the all gen consoles has. But that's a bit kinda a sad part. But other than that, this is a fantastic DLC. Now we are getting into the second game. And the second game has some complicated entries here. So we start with the deluxe upgrade pack, which is the one that comes alongside the base game. It can come together if you bought it together, or sold separately if you wanna buy later. And I mean, that one, it is controversial. I mean, we have like Geosturbia, Otembarosaurus, Pachyrhinosaurus, Megalosaurus, which are very nice addition, especially Yatamburosaurus. I do think he's the best Plesiosaurid, I guess he said. This is how he said. But he is the best plesiosaur like reptile that we have in the game. I do prefer him over the main plesiosaur. Really like his design. But the main problem is that we have Hueyangosaurus, which is a dinosaur that was in the first game. So this is something that I really don't like. Reselling stuff is not really great, especially because he doesn't really have anything. I guess the only thing that they changing on him is the size, which is he's much smaller on this game. Other than that, it's not really nice. For that reason, a C tier. I don't really like it, even though I like the other Atamburosaurus. And the other dinosaurs, minus the Atamburosaurus, the other dinosaurs are nice, but not enough to say this pack for me. Now, the other one is the first actual DLC that we have, is the early Cretaceous pack, and it is mid for me. It is mid because for me, Mimine is the only dinosaur that I really like, because the Horeg, I don't even know how to say that, but Horosaurus, it is like a Stegosaurus from Wish. So, nah, alright. I understand people that like him, and I don't hate it, but it's just not different enough for me, understand? But Mimine is very cute, and he is, I guess, the smallest Ankylosaurid. So I really like, he's different. He's different. And Sungaritherus, I most likely say that very poorly. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. The Sungaritherus is, or whatever the hell you say that. You're right. Very mid. Mid! Hey, Leo from the future here. And the Chronosaurus is goated, okay? He is goated. The other one is Camp Cretaceous Dinosaur Pack. And this pack came with handful of skins from Camp Cretaceous series from Netflix. And also came with the species that were introduced in the same series, the Monolithosaurus and the Scorpiorex. Even though I didn't watch this series, because it wasn't really my kind of stuff, I really like Scorpiorex. Monolithosaurus is alright, and I really like the skins as well. The Lux skin for those for the Parasaurolophus is very nice. Some would say like it's good, but not good enough, but it's not bad. So yeah, I will. It's a B tier for now. Then we have the first juicy content for the second game, the first expansion, and that is the Dominion Biosyn expansion, which is content from the Dominion movie. And on this DLC we have a lot of good assets, a very nice map. For me, is one of the best maps and biomes of the game. I really like the biomes. Therizinosaurus is fantastic. I love him. He's one of the best dinosaurs in the game. Raptor is alright as well. It's very cool. And the Dimetrodon is the first land animal that is not a dinosaur. I really like him. I really like because he's very different, you know. And I really want them to expand the roster. Not only I want them to have more than dinosaurs, because, and I think that the third game will do that, because for me it makes the game richer and more. It makes the game better, in my opinion, because I think that this is the natural course, not just for the games, but for the IP as a whole. So yeah, the Quetzalcoatlus as well is very nice. He's like almost like a dragon. I love him. And the building set as well is very fantastic. The Hyperloop, it is one of the most handy things in this DLC by far. So I really think that you should get this DLC for this fact alone. Fantastic. This is goated. The other one is Late Cretaceous pack. I mean it's alright. Like Barbadactylus, we have in this pack Barbadactylus, Stichosaurus, Australopithecus, and Alamosaurus. They're not bad. but doing it good neither. Just like okay, just alright. Yeah, the Barbadaclys for me is the best creature in this pack, but again, it's not like good enough. I mean, it is better than the deluxe upgrade because it's not a reselling. They are not reselling nothing, so it's good. But other than that, are like okayish. And the other one is the other expansion, Dominion Malta expansion. And then in this expansion, we have the Atrociraptor, Lystrosaurus, Morus Intrepidus, and Noviraptor, and as well a new maps, new biomes, new building sets. Of course, the campaign as well. Always forget about the campaign. And I'm a sandbox player, so I forget that we have that. I always forget. And like, it's a cool expansion, I really like, and it's not bad. But like the campaign for the first expansion, it is cool, and the Chaos series is cool as well. But the Mountain one is a pain, yes. Sorry for my language, but it is really boring. I don't even try to finish because it's just exhausting. So I don't even try. We also have skins from the Dominion movie and the whole Malta section, and it is good. It is definitely nice, but it's not as good as it is S tier, of course, but it's not as good as the Dominion, as the Biosyn one, in my humble opinion. The other one is the Feather Species pack. I'll have to remove this one from this. I have to make some changes because this is ghosted, definitely ghosted. I really like it. That's the thing. The species on this pack are very unique, and the feather, in fact, they are all feather, is very nice because it is really cool to put them in a map like the snowy one. The Sierra Nevada map is very nice to put in that map because they really fit in the theme, especially when you're making a Christmas map, especially around this time of the year. They really fit so much in that map. And they are very pretty. The feathers are very well done. I love all of them. The species that they were introduced are the Eutyrannus, Sinoceraptor. I have no idea how to say that, but the raccoon one, the raccoon dinosaur, and the Dinocaros, and the the bat, the bat. And I really like those creatures because they are very different, and especially the J-Ho something here, the J-Holopterus. I have no idea how to say that. Sorry. The bat is very nice because he looks very different from the other pterosaurs because he's small. He's the smallest one, and it's hard to really realize. I don't even knew that he was a pterosaurus. I really thought he was some kind of mammal because it does look a lot like a bat. And I really enjoyed this DLC, really nice. Dinocaros as well is a fantastic Eutyrannus. The raccoon dinosaur is okay, I guess. It's not that he is bad, it's that the other dinosaurs are so much better that he gets overshadowed. So, this is my take on this DLC. The other one is another goated, and this is the marine reptiles. Yeah, I will have to demote this one. I'm sorry, feather species. I really love you, but it would be unfair to put them all in the same place. Because the marine one, it is a superior one. Even though the feather is very nice, this marine, the prehistoric marine species pack, is essential. Is another pack that is another must-have. It's no secret that the lagoons are quite limited, especially when this DLC was released, so any addition is always welcome improvement. And those rock pillars are also very nice. Even if you are not going to use the species from this pack, those rock pillars alone are already very nice because they do add a lot to the lagoons. You can use them to make some sort of a cave or even a decoration really, so I really like it. And the species all of them are really cool. I really like all of them. And we have on the spec the Archelon, the Dunkleosteus, Nodosaurus, and Shonosaurus. Most likely say that wrong again, sorry. But all of them are must-have species, in my opinion. Because they are really different, completely different. And the Archelon is a little turtle. Okay, not so little, but he's cute. And he's very nice. He does add a lot on the lagoons. The Dunkleosteus is the first fish that we have. And again, I really like when they introduce us to other animals. They are not like dinosaurs. Especially because the Dunkleosteus... Oh, okay, yeah. I was going to say that he was the first non-Mesozoic creature, but no, we have the Metrodon and Lysosaurus. And he is so nice. He is so cute as well. And I really like Nucleosus very much. Nodosaurus as well, must have in my opinion. Even though I haven't watched Camp Cretaceous, I really like Nodosaurus because he's very different, very unique. Shonosaurus as well, I really think that the game needed more lack Ichthyosaurids because we only have the Ichthyosaurus, the main one in this game, and I think that this game needs more of them. And the Shonosaurus, it is really great. It even look like a whale, you know. And I really like the fact that he swims in a pack, which really adds a lot in the lagoons, in the environment. Have as well, must have. All of them are must have. This is why this is the best pack. The water one is the Cretaceous Predator pack, and this is alright. Not like we have the Gigantoraptor, the Utahraptor, the Concavenator, and the Turbosaurus. I don't know why, but I always read this Turbosaurus for some reason. And they're not bad, they're just okay. I understand that the Utahraptor has a lot of appeal. It just alright. I like the Gigantoraptor as well. The Gigantoraptor is also a very controversial one because when this dinosaur pack has released, even though it's like a predator pack, the Gigantoraptor didn't like hunt. He just he was omnivorous, but he didn't hunt, which was weird. But they did retroactively change that, so he does hunt now. If that does bother you now. So he's okay, I guess. Okay. And the other one, that one, stinking one, the Secret Species pack, that is a very... it's a D tier. Because it's a resell. Reselling stuff for me is not very nice. Even though the Ankylodocus got a glow up, so very nice. This new design is great, but the Spiniraptor and the Stegosaurus are just the same dinosaurs. They didn't change nothing. They just add a few movements and they're more detailed now, but still not enough to be resell. I think even because the two reasons why I don't like this pack is that, first of all, they resell two content, the Spiniraptor and the Stegosaurus, and they lost the opportunity to put a flying hybrid and a marine hybrid. They could have just, I don't know, and for me just, those two things make this pack really bad. And one of the worst packs in the game, and yeah, I don't really like it. But thankfully, he was not the last one, because it would be a bit depressing if that was the last pack. The last pack is the Park Manager's Collections pack. So it is a bit like a sorry pack, you know. Forgive us for our mistakes, for our sins, because they did add very nice species in this pack. Most of them, really. We have Megalodon, which is one of the best creatures in the game for me, my favorite. He was one of the most wanted species, and I never really thought we were going to see in this game. But when the first teaser that we saw the teeth, I was so happy. Almost said a bad word here, but I was so happy when I saw it. And yeah, I think this is a must-have just because of the Megalodon. Definitely a big thing in the game. I mean, literally, it's a big thing. It's a huge shark, but it's as a big main thing to have in the game. And we also have the Microceratops, which he is the smallest ceratops in the game, and was the only dinosaur that appeared in the movies and that he was in the game. So yeah, he was like, people really want him, and I do enjoy him. I didn't really use him that much yet, but he still like him. I'm very cute. I mean, if that was a cutest tier list, he will be on the S tier for sure because he's very cute. And we have the Thanatos Dragon, which at first I really didn't like it. I was like, okay, another pterosaur, whatever. But when I saw him, I started to use him. I really like him because he's like a small version of the Quetzal. So yeah. We also have the Silipha. No, stop. We also have the Trod. No. We have the Sagittarius. Sorry, guys. But he's basically a Troodon. He's basically a Silophysis. He doesn't really change nothing. And this is the only dinosaur in the pack that I'm like, alright, because it's basically a Silophysis. So, alright. I understand that he was supposed to be in the park because there was a paddock for him, but still I think he is quite meh. So this DLC is very nice. Yeah, the Sargosaurus kind of pushed this DLC a little bit, but he's still very nice. So A tier here. So this is my list. I hope you have enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe and also put on the comments below what is your best DLCs, what is your favorites, and do you agree with this list? You don't agree? If you don't agree, okay, just let's be polite. Doesn't need to be another world war in the comments because people are very passionate about this game and about dinosaurs. Very much passionate. I didn't even know that. So that's it. Thank you for watching and see you. Bye.